What's good, bro?
Yeah, man. Cool. And I was just actually listening to the project, the last joint you just released, Fire. I've
Oh
been
yeah, good look, bro. I
behind.
appreciate you.
You already know I've been straight dad mode, but yeah, that mode better.
Yeah, man. That more better be right on time sometimes, man. That shit be mad relatable. I'm trying to get out there, Cali like you, nigga.
Hell yeah, bro. Shit. You already know, man. Whenever you out here, we definitely got a link. I missed you last time, but definitely got a lot more free time now, so we definitely gotta link up. But like I said, I'm gonna be back in the land in a few, so we definitely gonna link and get some shit on. Yeah, what's been good though,
for
G?
sure. Hell yeah. Man, I mean, a little bit of everything, man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, still working on music, still, planning out shows that we're gonna be doing, later this year. Building up the papers brand, Sway Papers brand, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, just trying to have fun as much as I can, man, while being on the grind, bro. You know how it is.
Hell yeah. I definitely feel you, G. Man, I definitely wanna congrats you on the Sway brand itself, man, and like the whole Feng Shui recordings and Feng Shui records, pardon me, and Sway papers and just the success in general, man. You already know where we came from, shit, recording in basements and even still, you know what I'm saying? That's like some of the most comfortable vibes for real outside of like the big studios, unless it's like a comfortable environment. You already know that's the most important part. But yeah, man, the basement vibes though, I definitely appreciate you on that side too, because your space was definitely a reason for me even creating early on, and like the whole inspiration of just, you know what I'm saying, going there after school, seeing y'all cooking. So definitely, man, just seeing the growth is a beautiful thing.
Oh, that's love, bro. Hell yeah, man. That was some young nigga shit, man. Be in the basement all night, working on music, just to upload that shit to DatPiff later, type shit.
Right.
But yeah, I still enjoy the basement vibes, the at-home studio vibes. I've been going to bigger studios recently, but you see where I'm at. I'm in like studio right now and shit. Like, I still come here and cook and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, it's definitely a must to get to the bigger joints on the sound side. You already know, but just on the cooking up, definitely, you already know that's the vibe on the in-house side. But what's been good on the show side, man? What shows? You got any shows coming up?
That I could think of. I just did a show last Friday. It was kind of a last minute type thing. Yeah, it's dogs in the background, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I did a show last Friday at this spot called it's like I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's called So Far Sounds, and they started out in London, and they just do like these pop-up shows in different cities and countries and stuff like that. And my homegirl, the girl Sadu that's singing on the last track of Mo Better, she was doing the show, and somebody that was supposed to be on it dropped out, and they asked if she knew anybody else. She thought of me. And it was real cool, like real intimate setting. They got shit like nice chairs set up and lights, and like it was real, like nobody encouraged people not to talk or look at their phones while people were performing. It was just 3 performers. And like if you came into the show, if it was during somebody's set, they have to wait until intermission before let you in, like type shit. It was like a real cool, intimate vibe where you really kind of just display your artistry type shit. But Other than that, I don't got any other shows lined up. All I know is we are gonna be playing in the next Sway Fest. We did the first one last year at class, and that shit was crazy. That shit, I mean, for COVID, we sold it out because a little less people was allowed in there, but it was still jam packed in that motherfucker, and like it was a real good show. So we definitely gonna do that again this year, probably in like the late summer.
Word. Shit, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed the first one, man. But definitely congrats on the So Far. Yeah, I'm hip to the vibe. I did So Far as well before I got out west not too long ago. Yeah, it was definitely, like you said, an intimate vibe. I definitely enjoyed it for sure.
Hell yeah. You said you did one?
Yeah. What was that? In 2020, I did So Far. Like right before everything shut down. It was like I was on the Transcend run. That was like one of the last shows I did. The show before House of Blues.
Or I kind of do remember you doing that. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna close the door.
So,
yeah, now that you mentioned it, I do kind of remember you doing that. I wasn't really too hip until, what I'm saying, until I just did it this past weekend and shit. But I like it. I'll do it again for sure.
oh yeah. Atlanta. No, man, it's been a minute, man. For the boy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's that grown up shit, man. That's that real life shit, man. Niggas, niggas get responsibilities, man. Niggas grow up, go different. Sometimes niggas' paths don't always be just how they once was, nigga. Niggas used to link up every day and shit, just ride around, smoking, doing shit.
Yeah, you already know the grind, the youngin' life, but yeah, man, the journey and the road's it's been a journey, but it's been a beautiful one for sure, man.
Hell yeah, hey man, congrats. Congrats, man. See, you had another child, man. It's a blessing right there.
Oh yeah, appreciate you, man. Yeah, just like I said, I've been in full dad mode lately, man. But definitely looking forward to getting back to it, G. But going back to the papers, man, and Feng Shui Records, how's everything been going with the collective?
Oh, man. It's been going good. I feel like this period we in right now, because we haven't really been releasing a whole lot of music because COVID kind of stopped all of that, like just performing and being able to promote your music properly. And then like I feel like we in a point now where we kind of we know how to make the music. We know we cooking up a lot of crazy shit, but it's like we holding off on releasing shit until we just got it proper, like business wise, promotion wise, the whole plan, rollout wise, you know what I mean? So I feel like we taking our time with really, because when we start releasing again, it's gonna be just full go with it, you know what I mean? And so yeah, that's pretty much where we at with it. But we definitely got some of the best music of our lives in the chambers. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I already know, man. I know y'all been cooking up. I see my homie Vince and full throttle, man. That shit's beautiful to see, man.
Eastside 4. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Vince is definitely coming into his own as an artist too, man. Like, yeah, that shit crazy. I remember me and you back in the day, we was like one of the first people to hear his early shit, you know what I'm saying? And like to see where he come out and doing shows. Nigga did House of Blues last year, opening up for Young Blue and shit. He about to open up for Cousin Stiz at the Grog Shop next month. Like, yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, man, that's a beautiful thing. Growth for the whole fam. What's been good with Mike, man? Mike got something coming? Or y'all just been cooking up?
Oh yeah, Mike got a project coming too, man. He got I know you remember the Dust Off the Dust joint. He working on a newer version of that, but it's more contained and more it's gonna be on streaming services, and it's just like he putting his all in, just like his baby for real. So I'm gonna be on a lot of them songs too. So that's definitely gonna be a feng shui drop when that drop. It's all this shit is gonna be coming this year. You know what I mean? But yeah, Mike definitely been working too, making beats, you know, producing for me. We got other projects coming. We got our debut album. Debut album, I don't know. We got our first like actual album that we gonna drop on streaming services that's coming out this year too. And that's like 2 years in the making. So yeah, we got a lot of shit going on.
Yes, sir, man. It's beautiful to hear, man. That's a good thing, man. I'm looking forward to everything. Like I said, what's going on with the project, man? Well, you said this year. When you got a date for it?
Which you talking about me and Mike's project? My project. I got a
that's the next one. Then Trap Out the Funk.
Oh yeah, that's my project. That's gonna be a short 5-song project. But this is like the first project I've gone to the big studio with. You know what I mean? It sound really good. Not saying our other shit ain't sound good, but it sound more professional. Sound bigger. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, that's gonna be coming out low key probably within the next month and a half, 2 months. That's what I'm aiming for. But if it gonna take a little longer to get that shit right, then that's what it's gonna take.
Oh yeah, man. That's what it's about. As long as it sound right, as long as you feel good with it.
Yeah, it's good though. The music is pretty much done. I just got to make sure the mix is all good, you know, mastering and like I said, rollouts and like want to do proper videos and promotion, all that shit. Just once all that shit is A1, we're gonna be able to release.
Word. That's what's up, man. But how's everything with you though, man? How's your mental health? How are you personally?
Hey man, if you heard Mo Better, that's literally where I'm at right now mentally, man. Like I feel like I feel like I'm at a point now where I'm like, I see what's on the horizon. I know what the fuck I'm capable of. But it's also a double entendre or a double-edged sword where it's like I feel a little stuck, man, because it's just the resources and shit. Money is always an issue, you know what I'm saying? Just life, being like a grown-ass human being trying to make your dreams happen, man. It's definitely like, you know, can take a toll on the mental health a little bit, but end of the day, strong gonna prevail and never quit.
Yes, sir. Oh man, that's a real deal, man. Like you said, that's life. Everybody has their battles. It's just about how you come back from them.
Yeah, that's why I make songs. Like literally every song in there is like kind of a testament to that shit. Like the OG Money Part 2, just talking about getting your money. Like that's the constant on the grind type shit. Travel therapy, because I was like be wanting that need to just travel, get the fuck out of the city. You know what I'm saying? Go see different things. And then
that's crazy. That's actually the last track I was just listening to. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Joint Fire.
Well, yeah, all them joints, bro. They all fucking just kind of have.
Oh no, yeah, the whole project. Nuts, like as usual, man. You already know. I know. Whole project, Mo Better for sure. If you haven't checked that out, definitely need to.
I wish I had the vinyl or something to hold up. I don't even.
No, all good, man. I'm gonna put the picture right there and put it up for you. And I'm gonna put up the link, all that. You already know. I'm gonna plug you for sure. But no, not to cut you off. I was just funny that travel therapy was the last one I was listening to. But as you were saying, like the music is therapeutic. That's where you are right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I realized that if you listen to all your music that you made over the years in chronological order, it's literally like just telling the story of your life. You'll go back to certain places you was at. You get reflect, you know what I'm saying? And you listen to your current shit. Most of the time it's gonna reflect how you've been feeling or how you feel at that moment. So like, yeah, I don't know any other way to make music other than talk about myself.
Yeah, real deal, man. And to keep it real, that's the most appealing thing to me, man. That's I don't want to say most creative because there's a lot of creative things, but it's definitely a lot of creativity going into making, you know what I'm saying, a joyful moment out of hardship and making something out of nothing, like you said, with a lack of resources and to create what you have up until this point, that's an amazing thing. Come from where we come from, you know what I'm saying? And not to say we just come from the grimiest of the grimy, but just coming from nothing, man. America, being in America and knowing what we have to create what we're trying to, you know what I'm saying? The free will to create and making beautiful things in the process.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah, man, because it's not even about coming from the grimiest or the grind. Like, nigga, I mean, we black, we had all been to the hood, maybe lived in the hood at certain points of our life, but it's not even always about that. It be sometimes
Exactly.
like just, you know, them rough nights, nigga. You ain't got $2 to rub together type shit. Or,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like sharing meals with motherfuckers, matching 5 on a damn blunt type shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hey, man, you know I know, man. Yeah, that shit. It's no joke going through that shit. But just like we said, that was the journey. It built character because a lot of people go through the human experience and don't have to go through hard shit. So they lack that character, you know. Not to say they're not good people or their perspective isn't right. There's, you know, not to say it right or wrong, but just that understanding, having that understanding and that what that creates, that sense of resilience.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. We gotta stay resilient because, you know, weaker people than us would have been quit, man, or would have been gave up, or like, you know what I mean? You gotta keep going. And not to, you know what I mean, not to call anyone just like weak, but like you definitely gotta grow some thick skin to be, you know, successful if you don't already come from that type of shit. You know, all the things just handed to you.
Real shit. Hey, so what's some things you've been listening to, man? What you been listening to lately? Some new artists, or
New
not even new artists, but just like newer projects, new albums. What you've been getting into? What's in your rotation right now?
I like that you know the what's his name, Snot. You know what I'm saying? He got the song with ASAP Rocky. He like a rapper. I think he from Florida, but he got a joint with ASAP Rocky. You would actually really fuck with this dude music. Like he kind of got like a Kid Cudi vibe, but then he could turn up on some ASAP Mob shit, and then like he do like some XX Tentacion type shit. It was like almost acoustic type singing and shit. But like he do a little bit of everything. Or even got like a little Trippy Red type vibe going. He like one of these young kids, man, but he raw. He just dropped his new I guess I wouldn't call it his first album. He just dropped a new album though. Got the song Doja with ASAP Rocky, and he got a bunch of the intro. My World is Crazy. He got a song called 5 a.m. It's just dope. He got like Lil Uzi on the album, Joey Badass. I've been listening to Snot album a lot. That shit is hard. Also Robert Glasper, new album, Black Radio 3. Because I just love that whole series, and I've been listening to a lot of jazz recently, and like I like the way because he like a professional jazz nigga, like Grammys and all that shit. But when he do the Black Radio albums, it's like him doing that, but more in an R&B type of bag.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite musicians. One of my favorite series too. I haven't checked out 3 yet, but I've definitely been meaning to get to it. Snot, yeah, I've only heard Doja. That's the only song I've heard so far from him, though. But yeah, I'll
Listen
definitely take your word for
bro.
it. Definitely trust your ear for music. I'm gonna have to check them out.
Listen to that. Just turn the intro on that album and then go into Doja. Just let me know that this nigga ain't that nigga. Like, and
sure.
Yeah, that was the two that I think of off the top of my head. I've been listening to a bunch of different shit though. I mean, not maybe this ain't the newest album, but it like came out I think last year. Stove God Cooks, that dude is one of them. He killing shit right now on the like just gritty rap side of the game.
I haven't tapped into his music, but I heard of him though. Yeah,
he only got one project out. It's called Reasonable Drought. Yeah, check that shit out too. You get a chance. That nigga, he nice with it. He's real interesting. Like, just picture like just like on some grimy hip hop type beats, but this dude's just fucking like just talking crazy, like Pusha T type bars, but I don't know. It's like I can't explain it. He on a Pusha T meet Benny type of vibe.
Word. For sure. I'm gonna have to check him out.
Yeah.
What would your top? Well, shit, we just got the year started. There's so much music drop, but what's your top 5 like tracks?
My bad. Before you say, I'm gonna say the weekend album. It came out this year. That's that's the best album of the year to me, personally. But yeah, what was you gonna say?
No, yeah, that joint is that's something special. That was definitely a piece of work for real. I definitely
artistic
that weekend. Yeah. But well, yeah, you just answered the question partially, but I was saying I know we're just getting started with the year for real. Well, shit, I mean we're basically halfway through the year, but it's always a lot of music dropping in today's age. So what's your top 5 of the year so far? And I say all of that because I started not to even ask the question, saying that we're, not that far into the year, but there's been quite a lot of music to drop.
Top 5 what? Songs or like albums?
I said songs so far, but now we're even thinking it songs and albums. So Weekend being one album.
Yeah. Oh shit. I don't know. I can't even think of all the albums I can't. But the thing is, a lot of times these days, I don't really listen to full albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I try to, I want to, because that's how I came up listening to music. But like, I ain't gonna hold you in today's climate. If them first 3 songs don't catch me, like I might miss the rest of it for a while and probably come back to it later type shit.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, I would say The Weeknd up there. Snot, his album for sure. I would say Black Radio 3. You know what I'm saying? And if I had to think back, I can't even really recall a lot of other albums that came out this year, even though there's so many of them. But that's probably, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. Those 3 for sure, though.
Even within the last couple of months last year, the fourth quarter, mixing into there, if that helps any.
Shit. I thought, shit. I'm trying to think. Because, I listen to a lot of shit, man. I listen to a lot of old shit, too. Like, old, before my time type shit, you know what I mean? Like, my mama's shit. So, and I know, I'm upset. I say my favorite album, if we could just bunch any albums that came out within the past, 6, 7, 8 months, I'll definitely say Baby Keem's album too. Because I think he had the best album of last year to me. You know what I mean? It was just creative as fuck.
It was. I definitely fucked with it.
He reminded me of Kendrick Lamar. Like if Kendrick Lamar came out as a 19-year-old nigga today, it would sound like.
No, for sure. That's definitely the sound.
Mm-hmm. And if I had to pick one more, I think. Oh shit! I'll throw in that new Nas joint, the 3-peat, not the King's Disease 1 or King's Disease 2, but the one they dropped right after that shit, Magic. That shit raw as fuck.
Yeah, fire. Magic is pretty crazy. They on the run too. I heard they about to drop something else soon.
Them niggas is they just working. Like,
man. But that's the perfect collab, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I felt like that's what Nas has always been missing. I know that's always a debate, like with the old heads. So his beats, but man, his beats they weren't shitty. It's just like a lot of his beats didn't fit. Like
some of them beats was shitty, man.
No, for sure. Definitely, but all of them weren't. Like some of them would have been better with somebody else on them.
Oh yeah, and just like the songs he made, like some of them beats wasn't all that, but like he still made raw music. Like the lyrics, I'm the type of nigga. I know a lot of people that don't like if they hear a beat and they don't like it, they instantly like, this song, I can't do it. But like, I'm a nigga that care about lyrics, and like, I like hearing what people wrote lyric wise. So if I listen to a song and I don't necessarily like the beat all like that, and I hear some clever shit that they said, or this shit's just raw, like lyrically, it'll fuck around, make me like the song because I can listen to the song for the lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, for sure. I'm definitely one of the, if I don't like the beat, I'm not listening to the song, guys.
Oh yeah, I know. And that's the thing. I mean, if the beat is just too wacky, I'm like, all right, I'm not doing this. But like, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely some songs out there where I like the lyrics a lot more than I like the beat.
Right. No, but yeah, it's I feel like that's definitely just been one of the things that, I don't know, it didn't help at all. I feel like this is a great combination right now. And so far, up until this point, I feel like the Ye album was broad too, for real, man. People were shitting on that one.
I didn't dislike. Well, when it first came out,
I don't feel like it was an album. It was a project, but yeah, the couple songs that they put together, I felt like that was cool for sure.
Yeah, you talking about the Kanye album, or
no, the Kanye and Nas joint.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay. I thought you
produced for him.
I thought you talking about Donda for some reason. Yeah, but you talking about the Ye and Nas album? That shit was all right. It was all right. I don't listen to it. I don't go back to it for real. But it had a few bangers on there, like Bonjour or Adam and Eve. Like, it had a few joints on there.
Well, yeah. Speaking of Donda, how'd you feel about Donda?
That shit was cool, man. When it first came out, I really didn't like it. Because the first 3-4 songs was not catching me. I'm like, and I just said if that happened, I usually not listening to it. But it's Kanye. I got the most respect for Kanye and all that shit. Like, so I'm like low key powering through this album. And like the more songs going, like I just wasn't fucking with it for real. But but through that, I heard like 1 or 2, 3, 4 songs. I was like, okay, this shit cool. But it's like 22 albums. First, I don't even listen to that many songs. 22 songs. That's like an overload, bro. And then drop the deluxe. It's too much. But over the time, I just added the album to my shit, like my playlist and shit, just to like have it there. And like I hear certain songs again, or hear songs, I'll be like, this is kind of cool. So like I like it more now that I listen to it just with other songs and not just trying to listen to it as a whole album. But yeah, it's cool. I give it like, at this point, I don't know. I still probably only give it like a 5 out of 10 to me. But I haven't fully heard the album though, because I still didn't listen to all 22 songs. Like I don't think I've heard it all for real. I can't really rate it for real because I haven't heard all of it.
Sure.
What'd you think about it?
It was cool. I don't know. I didn't like it at first either, but I feel like I appreciated it more for like the art aspect of it and I seen where he was going with it. Like I liked it more than the first gospel album that he released. I felt like the sound it took me back to a place like when I was a kid, like going to church type, you know what I'm saying? That was the vibe that I got for it. I'm like, all right, I can see like, you know what I'm saying? He really kind of tapped into like his childhood with his sound. That's what it reminded me of. But yeah, other than that, I don't know, man. It wasn't like it really didn't have much replay value for me. But I felt like it was like I don't know, it was more of an offering than like what he would usually, will release.
Yeah, man. But you gotta think about it. It's kids these days that got hip to Kanye when Yeezus came out, like nigga. So that we came up on late registration, college dropout, all of graduation, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like we just kind of expect certain things. I feel like he just not trying to pigeonhole himself to that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And definitely not the same person either.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've been like, man, I've been realized that, and that's what even made me like appreciate the album more. It's just like, yeah, this isn't, you know what I'm saying? You can't look for that. And being someone that is a writer and creates as well, like just knowing you at a different place in your life, you're not going to be writing about the same shit. You're not going to be passionate about the same things or as driven about the same topics, you know? So, I mean, it
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah, and fucking with that documentary though, that shit was nuts.
Yeah, that documentary, Genius, was pretty crazy, man. All
Yeah,
three parts.
that nigga Cootie needed like a NAACP award or some type of. That nigga need all the accolades, man. He gonna
That's
get
it.
them.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's a real friend, man. For him to stick around that long and like to keep all that footage, not like, you know, try to blackball or I mean blackmail him rather, or you know what I'm saying, sell the footage. That was
Right.
just that's dope to see that he actually cared about the person and not like, you know what I'm saying, just getting ahead from the artist lifestyle. That was definitely dope. And
Oh
just
yeah.
even looking back and like all the studio sessions and all of that, like we were just saying, it just took me back to that time of when I first heard College Dropout or when I first heard those songs, man. And just those moments remind me a lot of just early on trying to make shit happen for, you know what I'm saying, me as an artist and trying to get in certain rooms and situations. But yeah, I definitely loved and appreciated that. What was your favorite part, or like what was your takeaway from that whole experience?
Um, that oh man, it was kind of scary. I mean, I feel like a lot of artists, I feel like you might feel this way. A lot of people that watch that shit, but I mean, my takeaway is just how scary that nigga reminds me of myself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? In a lot of ways. And I'm like, not saying I'm Kanye. I know we different in a lot of ways too, but like just like the drive and the hunger and the will and the never quit and like say fuck all the naysayers type shit, like keep going and really obsessing over this shit type, you know what I mean? It's like that's what I'll take away from it. And the fact that yeah, shout out to Cootie for keeping all that footage and like being a real one, but just even that nigga has such foresight to just see this nigga and be like, I gotta follow him. I gotta quit everything I'm doing and move to New York just to document his career because he had that foresight before a lot of people did. You know, it might have just been his mom and a few other people at that point, but like a lot of people looking at him as a fire producer. Hey, like that shit was just, yeah. My biggest takeaway was just, man, stay true to this shit, man, because it definitely could happen.
Yeah, that's real. You know, like you
Foresight.
said, that foresight, man. Like I just all around, like I said, just being a good friend, man, being a good person. You need those people around you for sure. I definitely guarantee that he was one of the people that was in his life early on that was pushing him and motivating him to keep on going. Nice that he was, you know what I'm saying, doubting himself. But yeah, man, that was definitely a great documentary, man.
Yeah, it was. You know, it's crazy. You saw that man go through a lot of hardships on his road to success, and not even just always hardships, but like roadblocks and just a lot of just shit that would break somebody. And even like me, like it wouldn't have like broke me to quit, but I might. And I never once saw that nigga Kanye like look discouraged or distraught about it. Like, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Or like kind of physically show that shit bothered him, which I'm pretty sure a lot of that shit did, but like just the way he kind of just really kept his cool about a lot of things because
Right.
he had the vision, the bigger vision. You know, it's the low key something I wish that Kanye today had still, because that man is going off. You know what I mean? Rightfully so though. You know
I
what I
mean, I
mean?
feel like he still has that. I feel like his vision is just not geared towards, you know, what it once was. Back then, he was focused on proving that he can be a certain caliber rapper, you know what I'm saying? And not just a producer. Now I feel like he's trying to be much more in the world But
No, yeah, I'm not talking about that though. Like, I definitely believe he still has visions and dreams and aspirations, things he's doing. I'm talking about like, when I said he like doesn't really show, he didn't show a lot of like, that being down, like the shit he's going through now in the public with like his wife and like Skeet, or his ex-wife, and like Skeet Davidson. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit, like just the whole Instagram rants and just kind of shit that should be done in private. I feel like all the extra shit, like just sell the STEM players, man. Like do what the fuck you doing and like handle all that other shit side of the media, man.
I feel you, but man, I'm telling you, it's easier said than done. Especially when kids are in the picture, it's just
You
that
right.
pulls on your heartstring a different way. Like if it's like anything else, it's like, all right, whatever, man. Like, yeah, you chose to do that shit publicly. This is like what you're doing. But like, I feel like with his kids and just like knowing his past, I feel like he's just keeping that shit on record for his protection as well. Just like the shit that they're saying that he's like trying to attack her mental health, and the shit that they're trying to say that he's doing, like posting proof that these things are happening. I feel like that if anything happened and he was taken to court or anything, that'll like save him in the long run as well. But also just like that's just a cry for help, man. Like a lot of those situations, I know he probably like by himself and feel like even more lonely. So a lot of people, social media is like where you feel connected to more people. But
yeah, that's true though. That's a good point. And like, I didn't say that to say like I thought he was wrong. I really agree with a lot of shit he's saying.
Yeah, no, I see it from both sides, man. I just wanted to play a little, the what they say, the devil's advocate there. And,
yeah, yeah, man. But honestly, now that you mention it, though, I can say that about him being calm and he going crazy now. But like, if social media was a thing like it was when he was trying to get a deal, that nigga would have been on Instagram talking about these niggas heard G Fox and ain't signed me. Like, he's been ranting about that shit.
Oh yeah, would have been the same shit, man. Yeah, the internet's wild nowadays, man. Very fucking crazy.
For real.
But yeah, talking about the doc, that makes me want to go back a little bit. Tell the people a little bit about where we're from, man, your upbringing and like the background on music and the community. Like I touched on a little bit in the beginning. We started from just the basement recording. What was some of your inspirations to make you even want to get started with rhyming, and like what keeps you going today?
Well, I mean, just growing up with my mom, for real. I mean, like, she loved all type of music, not all type of music. She didn't really like rap a lot, but she liked certain rappers. Like, she liked Kanye, she liked fucking Common, the mom rappers and shit. And like, but she came up, she older. Like, my mom had me when she was 41. She was born in 1952, so she grew up on that Motown shit, Curtis Mayfield, all that good shit. Like, that's the shit she played for me. But she also liked good music into the 80s, 90s, and she always just liked the cool new shit. And like, she's always listening to music. So I always had that aspect of like Motown and like, all the soul shit, funk music, jazz, all that shit. But then also, when my mother being that old, I had two older brothers who were pretty much 20 plus when I was born, you know what I mean? And they ones got me really like being a fanatic on rap, you know what I mean? And I got it to appreciate it from all sides, because on one hand, my oldest brother, Johnny's dad, he like all the boom bap shit, you know what I'm saying? All the New York, the lyrical niggas, battle raps, like all that. And then my other brother, Gary, he loved like the shit a lot of Cleveland niggas love, like the West Coast shit, like down south shit, like 8-Ball MJG, like Tupac, E40, like NWA, like all the gangster shit and just the street shit. So I really was hearing all this shit at once, you know what I'm saying? Like that on top with the Motown shit, and then being the one coming up in the internet age where I was able to just experiment, hear all other type of shit. I think all that just influenced me to be like wanting to make my own type of music and just having to even have a knack to do that shit or even know how or want to do it, and to try to make more than one type of sound, because I don't like, I like more than one type of music, so I want to stick to one type of sound, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
yeah. And then when I rap for my cousin, my early raps when I was 12, and then he spazzed out over that shit, like called his homies on like the three-way on the phone, like spit that shit again, and like them gassing me. And like at that young age, when them raps probably wasn't even all that, a lot of shit like that definitely showed me that I do at least got potential to be good. So yeah, that was pretty much how I would sum it up on the music side of things.
Word. That's what's up. What was your first song that you remember that you recorded?
I mean, recorded, actually recorded was like my song, just like probably How to Get Robbed. I rapped to fucking 50 Cent beat, How to Rob. But I was rapping about like, that was when like internet shit, like albums getting streamed, leaked on the internet, and album sales was dropping. I was just like, rappers was robbing me because they albums weren't selling and shit. Just on some goofy parody shit. But
Yeah,
that's
I
probably
remember that joint.
yeah, I know. He was there, nigga. He was around. But yeah, that's the one. That's probably like the first joint I recorded by myself.
Word. Yeah, spit something for the people. I thought you was gonna give them a little sample. You remember anything from it?
From that? Oh no. Oh, you said spit it. I didn't know. I didn't. Shit. I don't even remember what the fuck. I mean, it was pretty much like the 50 Cent shit. I took a lot of his shit. Like, damn. How do you say on that? The bottom line is records ain't selling. So all these rappers gonna start stealing. Better recognize, nigga, the economy is all screws. So don't be mad when a celebrity robs you. Some shit like that. And I just started naming rappers. I got robbed by everybody, nigga.
Oh yeah, that shows.
And then I later remade that song again, talking about how to get smoked out, where I was talking about smoking out all the rappers and shit.
And that's when you was going by.
Mellow Exact.
You was Mellow Exact then?
Oh yeah, no. When I did that first one, How to Get Robbed, I was just Mellow.
Just Mellow, right? Yeah, you was just Mellow for up until when? When did you turn Mellow Exact? That was at 18 or 19?
No. Mellow. I was Mellow since like 15 all the way up to I dropped Leap of Faith.
No, that's what I'm saying. You went Mellow Exact. What was that? 18 or 19?
Oh,
2017.
2017.
Oh, 17. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you went. You dropped the Mellow Exact.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying, when did you drop the Mellow Exact? Was that last year or the year before?
Oh, when did I drop it? Shit, probably. I definitely was last year. Yeah, last year I dropped as MellowMan Funk for the first time. I just wanted to change my name because Exact was just a little hard for people to spell. They was always misspelling my shit, you know, and I like it. I just wanted my name to be easier to find.
Word. And that was the what Funk Shui project, right? That you changed.
No, I was still Mellow Exact then. I mean, I didn't, honestly, it was post-COVID that I dropped my the MellowMan, this MellowMan Funk. It had to be last year when I dropped that Funk Flow video. I think that was the first video. That was the first thing I dropped under a new name and shit.
For sure. Where the Exact come from that you added on from Mellow to Mellow Exact?
Exact. That was my artist tag, you know, because I remember I took 2 years. I took like 2 years off of making music because I was just dropping the mixtapes and Mellow, like Couch Potato, Quiet Ones, and all them shits. And like I took 2 years off to like finish school, art school and shit. And then after art school, I took even a little more time off because I just wanted to like try my hand at being an artist, like a visual artist and shit, you know. And then Exact was the tag I would use on my artwork, you know what I mean? Like, because my name, it's like X and then Zach, and then it's like a T, so like I'm writing Exact, but like when I came back to rap, and I was like, I want to just merge the two worlds. I want to be like the rapper and the artist. I just want to be an artist. So I'm like, I should just merge my rap name and my art together to be Mellow Exact. You know?
Right. Yeah, makes sense. but tell us about your first show. How was your first show? And you remember the experience and location?
My first show ever.
First show ever. Mellow.
Yeah. I feel like my first show, I can't remember what my first show was exactly, but I can remember that era of me doing my first shows. It was either at like Peabody's or at the Fantasy nightclub on the West Side, or it was at this spot in Akron. I just remember at that time I started in those shows here and there, or being on like Johnny's show, shit, like doing performances and shit with people, like Don't Let Me Rock, or like just getting my own little sets. I'd sell tickets or whatever I had to do, you know what I'm saying? Them early ass days. And yeah, it was either one of them three venues, man. And I remember being, not knowing what to do for real. Like I didn't know how to rap for real on stage. I didn't know how to engage with the audience. I didn't know how to do a show. I was just learning. Those days are the most crucial. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that shit first, because by the time I started coming back around, getting on shows, grog shop, and like, learning how to do it for real, I had some point of reference, you know what I'm saying? Because I had did those early shows where it might not have been nobody in the crowd or two people, or it might have been a lot of people, but I just didn't know what to do. I just remember really not knowing what to do for real on stage. Like it was kind of awkward a little bit. Like I just kind of went to the next joint. I spit my shit. Like people would vibe. Sometimes people would clap. I mean, people would clap. They would like the shit for the most part, but I wasn't confident.
So you recall what was that breaking point when you're like, all right, you feel that confidence and you knew that was the show that was like, yeah, that was the turning point?
Oh, definitely my first show as Mellow Exact. It was one of the wildest shows at Grog Shop. I think it was one of the Glow shows, possibly. Yeah, it might have been. It was a Glow show in 2017, and it was about to drop Leap of Faith, and that was one of the first shows I like really practiced. I had Sign, he was my DJ for that shit, and I was just linked with him like 2 or 3 times. Really practiced that shit. Really saying, had a little intro. I was like rapping a bunch of like, industry beats and shit, then lead into my music. And like, I just remember winning the crowd over crazy with that intro and like really just moving, jumping, and like getting that shit cracking. And like, I feel like I had the best show that night, if not one, definitely one of the best. And that's when I was like, oh, I'm good at this shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep going. And then after that, I had some shows where I didn't do as good. And like, I had to, you know what I'm saying? But the more I did it since that show over time, I'm more confident with it. I know I like kind of know I'm going to kill it now. You know what I'm saying? But that was the starting point. That first show, I came back after my hiatus when I came as Mellow Exact, that Leap of Faith album. Which I also got to thank you for that, nigga, because you came back from Cali around that time. And you was like, bro, where's the music at? Like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, shit. Like, I do make music. I was like I said, focusing on the rap, on the art and shit like that, doing different artistic things. I wasn't really even trying to make music, but you definitely like put you on to finish that shit, because I had a lot of those songs already made. I was like, I might as well just finish them, like add a few more, just drop it. That's how Leap of Faith ended up coming out.
Word, which was a fire project, man.
Yeah.
From that, from Leap of Faith, what was the project after Leap of Faith?
The Wind EP.
The Wind. And that little break in between before you drop Leap of Faith and like school. I know that was like one of your ultimate goals is to finish school, but did you feel like that was hindering like your creative process as far as music, or you just wanted to focus in on that, get that done, and then, get back to whatever else that you were creating at the time as far as music and things outside of art and art school.
You say, do I think the school like hindered my own personal creative shit?
Yeah, like do you feel like school took away from your creative process outside of like art and, what I'm saying, drawing, or do you feel like you just wanted to take that time away so you can focus on that, get that done, and then like snap back into the music?
I don't know. I mean, I could just say as far as like going to school, like art college and shit, like I would say the first 2 years, it didn't hinder anything. Like I was actually making really good music and like having time to do art school shit, make music, still be a damn near pretty much a grown kid and like, just have fun. And the music reflected that. If you listen to that albums like Couch Potato and all them shits, like, well, really, Couch Potato was one I did in my first year, and it was just like really upbeat, party, like friendly, like just cool, like, and it had deep songs on it too, but it was more of that vibe. But then the next one I did on the second year of college, Quiet Ones, it was more like you could tell I'm growing up and like dealing with life shit more and like, and then so I would say not just school, just life shit in general, you know what I'm saying, but school as a whole, that shit, I feel like I wouldn't have stayed there as long as I did if I had known I was in debt, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't grow up really too financially literate, you know what I'm saying? So when I thought I was accepting grants, I was accepting loans and shit like that. So, I mean, that's just one thing, but like also just, well, hold on, you good? Oh yeah. But not only that, but just like, I don't know. I realized I didn't need to be there, at least not that long. Like going there a year or two just for the experience and shit. And just like, yeah, I went to school for a couple years, whatever, but I didn't really need to stick it out there as long as I did because ultimately I don't use my degree. I have used it. I've had like art jobs, high paying art jobs, all this shit. But I had to work those just to realize I don't want no job. I don't want to work for nobody type shit. I don't care if it is doing art. It's never going to be doing art that I want to do unless I own the company or own the brand or whatever. So that's why I haven't worked a job in, at least like 2 to 3 years. And I've just been trying to build my own shit. I was like kind of merging art and the music again. Like I'm just trying to use my art to make money till it can sustain me to the point where it's just we good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, school, it was cool, man. But like I said, I just want to spend the whole 4 years there if I were to do it again. Like 1.5, 2 years or something.
Yes, sir. Touch on that a little more. Like, if you could, like, give your younger self advice, would you still go through that process of finishing school, or would you like focus on something else?
Hell no, bro. I wouldn't even have went. I mean, if I could just come with my own everything I know now, I wouldn't have went at all, bro. Because I know where the world was going. You know what I'm saying? It was really old school of me to go to college, bro. Not like as an artist, you know what I'm saying? If I'm trying to be a doctor or fucking lawyer or some shit, college makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Like go to art school, which the only reason I went is because I thought I was supposed to be going to college, and two, I didn't want to go to college and have to take art I didn't want to have to go take math or science classes because I just didn't want to do that shit. I just got done doing that shit for like 8, 12 years, you know what I'm saying? So like only reason I stuck with it that long is because it was art based, but it still was a school type structure. It's a little more creative, a little more free, but at the end of the day, it's not what I wanted. But that shit made me think I wanted an art job, which is just not what I ever want. Like I said, I've had them. So no, if I can go back and tell myself something, I'd say because we was also paying the tuition, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like way less because of the loans I was getting and shit. So I would, if I could go back, I would say take that fucking money and create something, like go experience shit and like, you know what I'm saying, build a business, invest, work your jobs, save your money, you know what I'm saying? And like, so by the time I'm this age now, I'd be way more set than you know what I'm saying? Because I would just have that insight. But, we know at the time that we know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It all happens for a reason, man. I know you said you got a lot coming this year from yourself and the camp. Definitely looking forward to the new project. You said dropping within the next month or two.
Yes, sir.
What else you got coming up? Anything else that you haven't announced or anything else that you would like to share? What's coming from the Sway Papers brand, man? Y'all got anything new coming up? Any merch?
Yeah, I mean that's what I was gonna say. I'm not sure when you're gonna be dropping this, but I'm like literally just got done updating the website today. It's published. Well, it's not published. It is published, but I gotta wait for the domain to connect. That takes about 48 hours. But even when it's connected, I might like people to see it. But we got a lot of shit coming. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got new merch. I wish I would have brought the fucking fanny packs in here. I got new fanny packs. We got t-shirts. We got some new papers coming for show. Different types of papers. You know what I'm saying? Different styles. Got some collabs coming. We got a collaboration with Spice One, old like legendary hip hop artist from California. And his artist Q Barcelini. And yeah, Sway Papers is gonna be doing a lot more this year, event wise, just kind of branching out to the people, you know what I'm saying? Touching the people, smoking with the people, a lot of free giveaways, and just a lot of new things people can purchase and witness and experience with the whole Sway Papers brand, because it's like it's the Sway Papers, but it's like a Sway kind of entity. It's gonna be a bunch of different things going on. Yeah, Sway Papers, 100% pure organic hemp in over 100 stores in Ohio right now, and but try to get distributed to a bunch more this year as well.
Word, man. That's what's up, man. I'm definitely, like I said, proud of you, man, and the success, dude. That shit is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing, and inspiration, bro, motivation.
Appreciate it, man. That's love, man.
Yes, sir, man. What about the visual side or anything on the art side? Are you still drawing? Or well, you
Yeah,
said, I know as far as putting it with the music, are you doing anything outside of like I know you do your cover arts and everything for your music. Are you doing any projects outside of music as far as art?
well, I would just say the Papers brand is pretty much my artistic endeavor right now, because I do all the artwork for the papers, like all the different collabs and designs and stuff. That's when a lot of times, and like I've been more focusing more or less on just like straight drawing, but like I've been really getting into ad design a lot recently. Like, I've been like, researching old like fashion ads, like Stussy ads, and like Tommy Hilfiger, and like all these different like just the design elements they would use, and like that's back when magazines was popping and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to figure out ways to create art like that, like visually appealing shit from our brand, using typography and like art or photography and shit like that, and just figure out cool ways to that shit displayed. You know what I'm saying? So that's like art. The Sway Papers brand is really how I get my art. It's really artistic outlet for me, for real. This whole thing started just because in 2020 we couldn't do shows no more, and I was performing for like the past 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So when I couldn't release like that, I just started. I had to sit down. I had to get back to drawing and like doing shit on the computer and just being creative and just finding different ways. So yeah, I think I'm always making art as long as I got this papers company.
Word, man. No doubt.
Yeah.
Man, I'm looking forward to all the upcoming releases, bro. I hope I'm in town when you are performing next. Whenever you do another date, I know you will post it, but I'm definitely looking forward to that. Like I said, looking forward to tapping in with the brand. I know we have some collabs that we've been talking about as far as Sway Papers and other things. Definitely still looking forward to getting those things going, brother.
Oh yeah, it's a long time coming.
Yes, sir. Well, man, before we get out of here, I definitely would love if you could leave us with either a motivational quote from yourself or a motivational quote that you know, something that you go by on the day to day, or something that inspires you on the day to day that you would love to lead the people with?
Well, I've been studying the 5% Nation teachings a lot, you know what I'm saying, for the past few years. And like, I wouldn't say that I'm a part of the nation or anything like that because I haven't done the proper steps to doing that. But their ideals and stuff is definitely something I've kind of been using in my day to day. Like they say, the supreme math is a natural way of life. It's not a religion. And the supreme math is a key element to understanding man's, you know, relationship with the universe. So they go by the date, you know what I mean? The numbers in the date, not the month, just the date. So today would be knowledge God, which is your knowledge is number one. It's all the facts accumulated through observing and respecting, you know. And 7 is God, is the original black man, is God, is his proper name is Allah, which is arm, leg, arm, and head, which means that man is God. And you know what I'm saying? I think having that knowledge of being God is something that's gonna make everyone, you know, be able to reach their full potential. They also add the numbers, which is 1 + 7 is 8, which is build and destroy, meaning building everything that's positive in your life and destroying everything that's negative. And the only way you can do that is if you got knowledge of self and know who you are and know your power.
Yes, sir. Peace, God.
Peace. Type shit. Hey man, it's good talking to you, man. It's been a minute, I already know. We supposed
Man,
to
likewise. Hey, man, I miss the brotherhood, the camaraderie, man. Like I said, whenever I'm in town, and I will be back soon, we definitely have to link up. And it's definitely been a pleasure talking to you, man. I'm good. I'm glad to see that you are in good spirits, man, and everything is still up and rolling. Looking forward to what you have coming.
Word, man. Same to you, man. Appreciate you talking to me, man. You do these are good interviews, man. Got motherfuckers thinking about shit. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
man. Yes, sir, man. Well, until the next time, bro, I appreciate you for joining us for Safe Space. And
Sure.
yes, sir, much love.
Peace.
Peace.